Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we headed out to Limsa to find any information we can about Titan. We encountered the company of heroes, the people who took down Titan before. We did a bunch of errands, we sought out for some wine, got some exotic ingredients for a banquet. We got what we needed to take on Titan. We just gotta find Titan. So we are here in the upper La Nocia, or outer La Nocia. I think we are. No, it's upper. And we're at Camp Bronze Lake. So let's see what this guy's got to say. Sir, I need to go talk to Titan. Oops. Years ago, when he was weighing up to how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman at Aetherite, you see. What's that look for? Not familiar with them? He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Cecilla. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlatan lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I hadn't planned on to wait a report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath the Gomorrah form a bewildering labyrinth, and no outsider has fully ever explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery that I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We aren't daft enough to try going on the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? The funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and that got us thinking. I mean, Ugamaro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Okamoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signature within the life stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlatan bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't really know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing but any Charlatan scholar worth herself could manage. Did he now? Looking at Beak in the absence of a known signature, it might be possible that the Aetherites in question happened to be... Ah, yes, but in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second partner would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least. Yeah, I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's run and take a close look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not ye can handle, mind. Alright, works for me. Alright, let's go take on a big walking rock. Excuse me, kobold. I'm just coming on through. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna check out your ether right here. Excuse me. Don't mind me, I'm just messing with your Aetherite. So this is the Aetherite the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its current and present state, the Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. Seems you have to proceed without me, Cecilla. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Ethernet signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you'll be on your own. Great! Now, let's see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Okay. The naval is now accessible. Take on Titan. Bet these people are gonna have to sit and wait for me to discuss things over. Look at this place. Look, an overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. She uses our Aetheryte against us. She has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled! Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for breaking of the covenant. You shall be the first to face judgment. Then Limsa laments and her oath-bearers, liars, betrayers, and oath-breakers. Oops. Oh, great father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you! Look at this guy. Big walking turd. Here he comes. He has come. The Lord of Crags, Titan has come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? The vile kind covet ever the blessing of the land and murdereth my children by the score. All in service decrees. Such sins are beyond pardon. But I'm not the first to suffer the defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit that low. Godless Overdweller, thy myriad heresies I shall not go unpunished. Upon thee I shall wreak upon a terrible vengeance. Alright. Walking turd. Sons of man, murderers of my children. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Back when before Heaven's Ward came out, and probably even during Heaven's Ward as well, this fight on Extreme was kind of annoying. This was probably my least favorite primal on Realm Reborn, because you can get knocked off the side, and if you get knocked off the side, you're out for the whole fight. Like what happened to the tank right there. That's over. We didn't kill a heart, so it's an instant death. Oh, we did. Can't do anything to break me out of this rock. I'm free! That was easy. Your god's dead. The core of Crags, great father Titan has fallen. What you gonna do now, bitch? I took the picture off. I got another crystal for my collection. Nice. The crimes of the old dwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. Towards your kin who broke the covenant, we have only acted in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths, we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy! No, look who it is. It's Mr. Armored Boy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure this is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know of its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Rithlin. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there would be truth to the legends, what could be readily subjugate the whole Eorzea given but a little while longer, is that not so? It is. No greater single power has been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you have come, your work is far from done. And not remain to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they have possibly share? I feared I might have arrived too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. Have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Ether and Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at the Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? I'm out of here! Oh, that guy was still in the party. I thought he left. Alright. Well, he gets a calm. Ow. I've taken down another god. I'm a god slayer. I am relieved to see you. Oh, well, guess she's relieved to see me well. Sweet, mount speeds increased. The word I have arrived from Maelstrom, reach Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. That honor is rightfully yours, Cecila. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, back to Limsa. Back to Limsa. Alright, let's pop on over to the Grand Company. Hello, lady. I killed your big walking rock. It was good to see you, Private Rye. Word of your triumph has reached me some while ago, but I'm pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, now Titan. Surely when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Wars of Light less keenly. But there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a Scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Until next time, Private. Celebrations! Cecil, this is Minophilia. You should tell us to inform me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Y'shtola emerged from Gomorrah unscathed. Why, Tatario and the others seemed as glad as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be waiting for your return at the Waking Sand. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Okay. And away we go. Okay. Oh. What happened here? Oh boy. Dead bodies all around. Oh, it's an empire. Uh-oh. Neuroxia! I'm a white mage, can I just cast Raise? This one's glad, walking one is safe. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not there.
Aaron, I'm opening the door for you for Aaron.
くそ。あなたは隠れていなさい。いいわね。そしてあの人が帰ってきたらこう伝えて。おとなしく従います。だから無関係な人を殺すのはやめなさい。
あら、暁の親玉さん見つけた。丸腰で出てくるなんて勇気あるわね。
あの人はいないわ。探したって無駄よ。
本当みたいね。
でもここがどうやって。まさか。
おしゃべりはそこまでよ。
どうして。
今日が覚めたわ。
やめろ。
くそ。やめなさい。
もう十分だ。やめろ。冒険者はいなかったけど、暁の親玉さんを捕らえたことでこの場はよしとしてあげるか。あの力、親玉さんにもあるみたいだしね。楽しみだわ。いつまでやっている。引くぞ。連れて行け。
Well, that was grim. Walking one. Walking one. Philly asked this one to... Ooh, she's not doing as good. In case Walking one returned, this one was to say... At church in Eastern Thanolin, Walking one was claimed sanctuary. This one tried to protect... I've skipped it. Forgive this one. Hey, you tried. Alright. Shit. Well, stuff happens. And it's raining. It's fitting for what's happened. There's something troubling, my child. You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We're all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? You're certain that Menphilia was among them, those taken by the Garleans. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You must stay here for as long. You may stay here as long as you wish. Oops. I have known her since she was but a child. Well, I do recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquis, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. Oh, I recognize that face. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquis. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquis is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquis, I want you to look after Cecilla. Do you understand? Yes, father. Excuse me, Cecil, do you have a moment? The princess's broken horror lodge, which is found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but I just cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I'd ask that you turn to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a full ballpoint chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. All right. So many new quests have opened up. 4 of them. Good lord. Ballpoint chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. That Lethal's balls! I mean, yes, this should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. I mean, it couldn't be that expensive, right? Here you go. Have you brought the tools I requested? Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught, though I repaired the device easily. The sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how did I do it? These hands. My hands. They moved with the mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Cecil. This was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Elened. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good morrow to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? No, I came to deliver this. Never have I seen such a queer device. Do you say that it measures the passing time? Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But more importantly, how did Marquis manage to prepare this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond bending in fences and thatching rows. I don't know. I recognize you now, Cecil. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking Scions and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. Alright. Sir. Aye? You don't look one of them church fellas? Not that I'll turn you away. No, sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. But be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. Those are stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Goddamn Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these people. I'm sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, I ain't seen you around here before. Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage over to come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I might leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. Alright, let's shove him in a corner. That's great. Picking up dead bodies like they're bags of flour. I'm gonna haul them away. 4 bodies. I'm a strong person, apparently. I can haul 4 dead corpses. Oh, hello. Did not do this yet? Apparently did not. Add this to the bill. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Yeesh, talk about mistreatment of the dead. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in 1 trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Alright. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. There should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it'll take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. Alright. Still raining over here, though. It's fitting. What is it with rain that symbolizes like big events like war, death, all that kind of things. It's always rain. Sets the mood, I guess. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Visser Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I'd like you to know that for many death came quickly. I rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Thanks, lady. Although we can perform rites for most of the Scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people. The sylph's a little solace. It is only proper that she be given to the care of her friends and family, so they mourn her in accordance with sylphic traditions. That's gonna be a tough thing. Let's break the news. This one's surprised you walk one in Solace. How can these one assist walking one? Well, I got this dead body here. Noroxia? But this one does not understand. Kumozio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what was caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking was returned to Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Noroxia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only not Noroxia, but many Walking One's friends were lost as well. Noroxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Noroxia at the end. Tell this one that Noroxia was brave. Tell this one that Noroxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Noroxia home, Walking One. These ones wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for the Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones will not have Noroxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. I wholeheartedly agree with their statements. While it's nice and sunny over there, it's dark, dreary, and rainy here. We thank you for your service to the church and the Sils. You may be pleased to know that in your presence we did inter the remaining Scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, to remind you that you have already done so much for their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Cecila. The rain's going away. A new day. I'm not imagining this. I know I'm being watched. This is different. It's sinister. It's as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It'll only take a moment. Alright, what's going on over here? Who's spying on us? It's up there? No. Alright, what's going on over here? Who's hiding amongst the graves? Imperials! Revenge is mine! Now you're dead. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Illud must hear this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend, that's such a thing that would happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Imperials! This is a Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquis was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames here before more Imperials come. Oh boy. Dolphinode. Hello, buddy.
尋ね人を同時に2人も見つけることになろうとはゆくゆく私はついているな。こんなところで帝国の影に怯えている場合ではないぞ。我々の手で暁を蘇らさねばならん。そのためにはガーロンド・アイアンワークス代表、伝説の貴公子シド、あなたの力も必要となる。
どなたか存じませんが、ここにいる男はマルケズと申す者。先の霊祭で心に傷を負い、癒しが必要な状態です。どうかそっとしておいてください。
世界は今あなたの力を欲しているのだ。こんなところで眠っている場合ではないぞ。
What's happening here? Oh.
マルケズ、いやシドと言ったかな。これを持って行きなさい。あなたのものだ。シド、一緒に暮らすうちにあなたはきっと名のある人だと予想はしていた。短い間だったが息子が戻ってきてくれたようで嬉しかったよ。私はもう十分に幸せな思いをさせてもらった。あなたを世界にお返しする時が来たのです。
お前は一体。
私の名はアルフィノ・ルベユール。亡き祖父の意志を継ぎ、暁の血盟の一員として蛮神、そして帝国と戦っている。暁が襲撃された件は知っている。すでにエオルゼア中で噂になっているよ。エオルゼア諸国はここしばらく霊災からの復興と国内問題の解決に注力してきた。その間、手薄となった蛮神対策の担い手として神狩りを引き受けていたのが暁の血盟だ。その暁が落ちた。各国上層部も動揺しているが、だからこそここで戦いをやめるわけにはいかない。 イクサル族がバンシン・ガルーダを召喚した。現在クルザスで猛威を振るっている。バンシン・ガルーダは数いるバンシンの中でも特に好戦的で凶暴だ。委員会の調査によれば、それはイフリートやタイタンを軽く凌駕するほど、一つ格上の存在と言われるほどでね。つまりそのバンシン・ガルーダを狩れば他の蛮族たちに与える影響も大きいということだ。バンシンが絶対的存在ではない証明になるのだからな。バンシン・ガルーダが控える祭壇は暴風の壁に守られている。シド、あなたの出番だ。エンタープライズを探しに行く。
エンタープライズだと？もしやそれは。
そうだ、シド、あなたの飛空艇だ。あの船は0歳前にグリダニアから飛び立ったのが最後のはず。その足取りを追う。
俺の飛空艇。少し待ってくれ。
There he is.
長く続いたバンシンとの戦いもいよいよ最後だ。我々はエオルゼアはまだ牙を失ったわけではないと世界に見せてやろう。
エンタープライス、そこに俺がいる。必要とされている俺が。
Sweet. But no, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. He who waited behind. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Cecily. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not which truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gabu Wal states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Corthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to the Corthus. Mayhap the Serpent Station there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest returnees for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself when stood, Cecila. Alright. I know where this is all leading up to. Is there anything I can help you assist you with? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I didn't need to refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Gorthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vordfar or Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need the man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Don't worry, I have everything I needed. Don't you worry about that. Sir, You would come and search for Foray? Then when you well met, you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler and for many years since before the great snows came to Corthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Okay, well, tell me what you know. Twas in the eve of battle of Cartno, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Corthus. The astrologians of the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you'll need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. While Dalama descended, they took shelter behind their gates. And even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept the aid freely offered.